Hello, and welcome back to the Starlight Relay. I'm your host, Nikolai Nightmare, and we've got one hell of a recap. So quick, plug in, like, comment, and subscribe. Now for your faction news. Several factions have voted to join the 777th Relief Republic, in full adding almost 2,000 folk into the coalition, thus including factions such as UFOG, the Dick Battalion, the Old Vanguard, Mutt, and more, with Subra's police department being the biggest among them. Good luck to the 777th and their branches across the stars. Meanwhile, the French community at Deathwatch dug into unclassified archives to find out what the Illuminate were and why they've become this vengeful. Thus, they found some evidence from the First Galactic War. Although they haven't declared what they will do with the knowledge, they do find it disturbing that the Illuminate are vengeful because of us Helldivers, almost 100 years ago, kicking them out of their homeland. Scriptwriter's note from Silver, so for those who haven't played the original Helldivers, do so. In short, the Illuminate are called the Squiss in there, and we may or may not have kicked them out of their homelands, and any that did survive we turned into slaves. Also from the French community at Deathwatch, they are looking for people to help them put some videos together. They need animators, particularly good in animation, pixel art, motion design to assist. They're also fine with anyone participating as well. Give them a call and see what's needed. Although, a heads up here, the Deathwatch are a French crew, so if you don't understand the language, it may be harder to work with them, but potentially still doable. Moving on from that, the 7th Sea Parvengers correspondence calls to attention to Angel's Venture, where an old youth scouts camp was and later destroyed. The 7th have stated they want to rebuild the camp, and whether this goes to high command is still to be determined. However, the 777th Relief Republic have stated they'll aid in any way they can, mostly for defense. And back from radio silence is the Prussian kingdom of Alamac 7. They are threatened on Alamac, and thus their homeworld is being evacuated. By now, any other personnel on the planet are fighting tooth and nail to defend what they can, but Illuminate control has completely surrounded the planet from any relief. The Chaos Divers are back with an operation called War Boogaloo. In short, caused some much-needed destruction with 250 ICBMs, killing over 1 million squids. Find out what makes squids tick. So 100 disruptors need to be taken down, and lastly, 500 artillery emplacements online and 500 buddy bunkers spotted and looted, as well as picking up any rogue Thean flowers picked up. That's the rare yellow sample flowers you see on occasion, if intel is to be correct. The 4th Trenchers got some fun lore with their planets, and they've dubbed one Trench SP6. They've already started work on some of the trench line. We also get a little song themed after Rasputin, and the last line says, "Oh, those trenchers." They've also announced something called tree gas, augmented into gas weaponry, so take the sterilizers and dog breath and have at it. And I think that's going to be all for today, so without further ado, Nikolai Nightmare signing off, and remember, stay bright, because the galaxy would be awfully dark without you. Oh, and passing it off to Roon with your Galactic War update. Take it away, Roon.
Hello, Roon with your Galactic War update. It is day 932 of the Galactic War with over 118,000 Helldivers active. Per front, we are looking just about 9,000 bot divers, 100,000 bug divers, and 4,000 squid divers. Your Liberation Impact modifier at the time of writing is 0.01%. which means diving in squads is beneficial to the warfront effort. Major orders currently progressing at 60%, with the order being the liberation of Garharin. And last but not least, the weather on the current strategic target, Garharn. Garharn is in the Jinzai sector and is blanketed with a thick fog reducing visibility. However, the fog may be an advantage to you stealth divers. Garharin is also labeled as a gambit, meaning liberation of this planet may boost or ensure the liberation of another connected sector. Oh, and to make sure, be careful and don't get stuck in the mud of the swampy planet. That's all for today, divers. Signing off.